best thing about Philippines is people.
The people are friendly.
The Filipinos.
Filipino people are very awesome people.
The people.
The people.
The people.
I think so far it's the best country we have traveled to. Mostly thanks to the people.
I'm Joy Roa. I organize the Balloon Fiesta. The Philippine International Hot Air Balloon Fiesta is not just balloon flying. We call it a weekend of everything that flies because we have airplanes, we have kites, skydiving. This is the only place where you can get the balloon rides, especially here in the Philippines. I think everybody wants to come early in the morning. You know, in the Philippines, the wind is calm early in the mornings. And this is when the balloons are able to fly. I mean, the balloons is the surest way to put a smile into everybody's face. This year, I think I have about 29 balloons from about 12 different countries. Well, the attendees were now up to about 110,000, 120,000. This is one of the few fiestas in the Philippines wherein it attracts 2-year-old up to 70-year-old. We use the word fiesta because it's very Filipino. It's a celebration of life. Okay, you can see the Beagle balloon there. The Beagle is trying to stand up, and there's a race car that has a flat tire, but eventually will get going. The clown balloon has the sad face, but as soon as the wind turns, he will be smiling. The chili pepper, of course, these balloons are like 700 kilos without any air, without anything, without any passengers. So they really have to have a little bit of muscle to control these balloons when the wind is strong.
Bright orange markers for other destination balloons take a lot more while you turn around.
You know, I always say that ballooning is the most romantic way of flying. You know, with the airplane, you go against the wind. But with the balloon, you slowly rise up in the air. You slowly flow with the wind. You slowly see the sights and the sounds. Dogs barking, roosters crowing. I mean, people waving at you. You see everything, and that's where you really enjoy flying.
This is so great. This is what we're all doing it for, the freedom. Look around you, open space, the adventure. You know where you're launching, you don't know where you're gonna land. This is ballooning.
Peter, he has his Nelly bee, which is shaped like an elephant, a pink elephant.
No, you didn't drink too much last night, you're seeing pink elephants.
He's flown it all over the world as well, but he keeps on coming back to the Philippines because he feels at home.
Look around you, the mountains you got, the volcanoes.
He's the best dressed pilot. He's the only pilot wearing a tie, which matches his elephant balloon as well. So that makes him special.
It was awesome. It was great. It's wonderful. It's perfect. Just trying to reach my crew now. That's going to be the next adventure.
The balloon night glow is something that gives a little bit of romance in the air. When you're coming here for vacation, all you think about is being out in the beach. But coming to the Balloon Fiesta is a totally different experience.
I'm Aya Javier and I'm the brewmaster for Palaweño Brewery. We chose Palawan because it's a paradise. We came here and we fell in love, totally head over heels. When people come on vacation, most of them are traveling halfway around the world. And they're coming to Palawan. Do you know that we are voted the best island in the world? So when we're brewing beers, we want that to emulate whatever Palawan is all about. Cheers! Cheers! Ayahay! Ayahay! This is the German paired with our local wild honey.
So this is honey?
Yes. We try to incorporate what's Palawan, like our honey here. We have 3 kinds of honey in Palawan. And the fruits, we have 2 seasonal beers, a coconut cream ale. Coconut's abundant here. And a mango, a seasonal summer mango IPA. Or we pick some chili from our backyard and make it mango chili. And so they come here, I'm just thinking of white sand. Walking by the beach, it's a hot summer day. At some point, you want to grab hold of a cold one. And that's where we come in. I was working in America, San Diego, California. And then the craft beer industry boomed there. So I was like thinking, oh man, this would be a welcome change for the Philippines. So I went home, I bought a kit, and then that was 2012, and we started experimenting. There are 4 main ingredients for beer: water, barley, hops, and yeast. And what makes it a local beer is the water, still clean and pure, and the spices of Palawan. So when you add hops, at the beginning of the boil, it's more for the flavor. But when you add hops at the end of the boil, it's more for the smell. We don't pasteurize it, we don't put chemicals, it's not, we don't put any preservative, all natural. We're so happy that our beers are included in the ultimate guide for the best craft beer in the world. We're the only one in the Philippines that got included. Every day, you wake up at 6, start brewing by 7, bottle, label, everything's done manually. people can come and enjoy the beers, and they'll come in and they'll light up like, oh my God, this is good. And that just really warms your heart. They take a part of us and we take a part of them.
The Philippine Tarsier Foundation started in 1996. You know that you are working for something that's good, for a cause. If you want to come and see a tarsier because you like them, it's better if you really go to a place where they are taken care of. At least in this way, you are seeing the tarsiers, and the tarsiers are also glad that you came because, you know, your money was put into a place where they were taken care of. It's a 45 million year old species, so it's really old. It's actually a very small primate. That's the only primate that eats live prey. And it has these really big eyes that's bigger than its brain. One eyeball is bigger than the brain. Because of these huge eyeballs, they cannot move their eyes around. So instead they move their neck, and they can move 180 degrees left and 180 degrees right. They can jump 3 to 5 meters. They're active at night, and they're very calm during the day. And they're only located in specific areas in the world, and one of that is Philippines. Because of the foundation, the Philippine tarsier was known not just in the Philippines, but through the entire world. The foundation owns 8.4 hectares, so that's basically just forest. And there's also a 167 hectare. This is owned by the government, and we are co-managing it for the tarsier conservation. The tarsiers are endangered because of their habitat slowly diminishing, and they only give birth to 1 baby a year. The Philippines is one of the countries that has really good natural resources, and that people are coming here for that. And I think that's one of the things that we should take care in the Philippines, because tourism is one of the biggest livelihood that the Philippines can have. And by taking care of the environment, I believe that Philippines would do really good.
Philippines originally is an archipelagic country, so there are around 300 volcanoes. Each one of them offers a different kind of attraction. I am Paulo Delgado Reniva. I'm the resident volcanologist of Taal Volcano Observatory. Taal Volcano is one of the smallest volcanoes in the world, but definitely one of the most destructive and violent during its eruption activity. This is unique because it's considered as an island within an island within an island. So just imagine the Luzon Island, and there's a big caldera, and in the middle of it is the Taal Volcano Island, and in the middle of the main crater lake is another islet which we call the main crater lake islet or the Volcan Point. Taal Lake is the main tourist attraction here in Batangas province. It attracts investors for the commercial fishing or fish farming. It attracts tourists who are interested in trekking, horseback riding, or simply sailing on the Taal Lake.
Going up the volcano is pretty tough. It gets quite steep, but it's definitely worth it. And when you get to the top and see the crater, it's pretty spectacular.
You can literally see the bubbles coming out in the water, and it gives you a goosebump when you see that.
Anyone interested in earth sciences or interested on how volcanoes form, it's a good attraction for them. Coming to Taal is like entering a time machine. You learn about volcanoes, you learn about the culture of the people living within the volcano, so you learn more about the Philippines.
Sagada is one of the municipalities in Mountain Province. We are about 5,000 feet above sea level and 12-hour ride from Manila. I'm Sigrid Bangyay. I'm a native here of Sagada. People of Sagada are considered Aplaykan Kanai. As a tribe, they are Aplaykan Kanai, part of the Igorot people. As a community, we do the traditional way from birth until death and the Christian way. Tourists expect to see the waterfalls, rice terraces, or people come here because of its uniqueness in the weather, which is different from the weather in most part of the Philippines. It's a little bit higher and it's cooler.
The views is out of this world. This is the only place that you can see this. Actually, a sea of clouds.
Since it's our first time, so everything is very unusual. Spectacular.
There's a lot of tourist spots, a lot of activities to do, especially the hanging coffin, which is done only here in Sagada. Hanging coffins,
is a traditional burial here done in Sagada. A lot of foreigners and also Filipino tourists come up just for that. It's a unique way of burial compared to other places. They don't embalm the body. They believe that we are biodegradable anyway, do it the natural way. Usually, they position the coffins first in the cliff or in the cave burial. And then in the afternoon, they carry the body wrapped in blanket and in a fetal position. The first person who carry that from the house are the relatives, and it's passed like a ball from the house to the burial site. They believe that when the liquid drips on you, it's a good luck. The traditional way of burial, hanging coffins or burying on the caves, is still being practiced until now. Actually, the latest was 2009. This is Lakay Lawagan, who was buried down here in Eco Valley. And they've been doing this for about 400 to 500 years now. One of the purpose of being buried in the hanging coffin is they are still in commune with the living, with the villagers or the community. Sagada is isolated and it's so hard to reach, and I think the length of travel helped in the preservation of our culture and traditions.